Good morning to you. You live in a shoe. How are you guys doing this morning? Do you see I have my eye patches on for my puffy eyes? Because it is early. It is 9:26 a.m. and it is a beautiful day in Indiana. You want to see outside? Here, I'll show you. This is what it looks like in Indiana right now. Blue skies, nothing but blue skies. Anyway, I got a really good night's sleep last night. After I got done vlogging, I listened to a little bit more of my book. Oh, look at Darlene Jolene Joe is up this morning as well. I listened to a little bit more of my book, and then of Delia Owens, Where the Crawdads Sing. I'm loving it. It's so beautifully written. I can't believe I haven't read it till now. Actually, I asked Tanya last night. I said, have you read this book? She's like, yeah, I read that book like 3 years ago, or whenever it first came out. She was like, I really, really liked it. You're gonna like it. So, I'm just kind of getting stuff started for the day, getting ready to film my videos right now. I'm like, I'm gonna film my videos in the morning. I'm so excited about it. So I'm sitting here, I've got my camera. Here's my new camera, my Canon PowerShot G7X Mark III. It's my new camera that I bought. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet, because I'm gonna do a video unboxing this, I think. I have this candle that I keep lit in the kitchen sometimes when I'm working. This is my Bath & Body Works Chestnut and Clove. It smells so good. I have my Emergency that I've been taking so I don't get sick. And then I have the dog food sitting out here. I'm about to feed them. And then I have my hair appointment, and I have to leave here in like an hour and 20 minutes. And when I get back from my hair appointment, I'm going to take the dogs to the hotel. I actually made coffee this morning in my Keurig. My Keurig is so old that I had to run it twice to get enough coffee to even get anywhere near the top of this. It hardly puts out any coffee anymore. I think the filter is bad. I had actually bought this whole cleaning thing at one point that I was going to review on my review channel, and I just never did. I bought it like a year ago. And our Keurig is so old. Well, I should say my Keurig. Alex never uses it. Our Keurig is so old that I've been thinking for the last year that I wanted to get a new Keurig. But now that I know that they have the one that makes the lattes, I'm thinking about just buying that one. My sponsor has had it, and she loves it. And I'm like, it's time for a new Keurig. Our Keurig is so, it's so old. You can tell it's old. Here, I'll show you. You can tell it's old. I mean, look at it. And this is clean. I mean, I've cleaned this, and it's you can see, it's just you can't, it's not even about the fact that it's dirty or anything at this point. It's just old. So, it still works, but it's time to get a new Keurig. So, anyway, I'm thinking about vlogging throughout the day. Here's my, these are Scentsy. Somebody commented on my vlog and said they were a Scentsy representative. I will show you the Scentsy that I've been using. Here's the one I've been using this week. Stoop Waffle Delight. I've been using these this week. They smell really good. By the way, these little puffy eye things really work well. So, yeah. That's about my day. Like I said, I'm going to vlog throughout. Did I say it already? I'm going to vlog throughout the day. So then I can have my vlog uploaded and ready to go tomorrow. So my vlog, well, you guys won't see this until tomorrow, but this vlog will probably be up early on Friday. And I'm going to try to get my stuff done early today so I can go to bed and get a little bit of sleep. I never do that. I almost never sleep the night before I go on a trip because I'm always so nervous. But I'm thinking that I really want to get some sleep tomorrow. Like I said, so that when I get to Arizona, I'm rested and ready to go for the day. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to get off here and I'm going to go wash my face and take these off, and I'm going to film some videos. And then, here's my hat, ready to go to film videos. And I will see you guys back in a little while. Bye. Hello, hello, hello. I'm back. It is 4:08 p.m. and I'm leaving Target. I wanted to get another hoodie. I wanted to get a new hoodie to take to Arizona with me. But But they only had one, and it was like this rust orange color, which wasn't horrible, but I was like, oh, this isn't really what I was thinking about. I really wanted to get a, like a springish color, but they didn't really have any. They had them by the brand Goodfellas, which I like, but I know that the Champion hoodies will fit me. So I was like, I want a Champion hoodie, but they didn't have it there. So I'm gonna run to this other Target, and then I'm gonna go home and finish packing. So anyway, I have gotten so much done today. Let me just tell you, I'm starting, oh, this Porsche Cayenne is like racing around the corner. That's a beautiful car though. It's like a new model. I am exhausted. This getting up early stuff, like I've gotten so much done, but it is like, woo, it's for the birds. I'm tired. I don't know if it's because I didn't get enough sleep last night or what it is, but I got so much done. I filmed all my videos for today, except for on all my channels, except for BookTube channel, BookTube video. Oh, look at that. Over here is like this green. I'm gonna let this car go because I want to show you guys this car. It's really cool. Look at this green Porsche right here. I'm gonna see if this car will go so you guys can see it. Can you see it right here? I don't know if you can see it. It's like right there. Anyway, I got videos filmed on all my channels except for my BookTube channel. Smoothie King, that sounds good too. I'm like hungry right now, but I want like a fresh sandwich. I don't really know what I want. So I did that, got my hair cut, took the dogs to the kennel. I just took the dogs to the kennel and I hung out with Tanya for a little bit. I made 2 videos for tomorrow. I made a Peterisms video for tomorrow and I made my review video for tomorrow. And what else did I do? I did laundry. I cleaned like all of our bedding, and it's dry, and I gotta put it on the bed. And then I washed all of my stuff that I possibly want to pack. I just like threw in everything that I have been, you know, wearing for the last week in the washing machine. I just put it in the dryer before I left, so it should be dry when I get home. And I've been just like getting stuff done off of my list. I rented a car for this trip. This car could pull up that way. I could get through. Thank you very much. I rented a car for my trip, which, interestingly enough, like I wanted to just get like a Ford Escape, something like, you know, some like pretty small SUV, but it was like $30 more to like get a, to rent like a little bit nicer of an SUV. So I did that. I don't know what I'm getting, but it was like a BMW or nicer, it said, or something like that. So wouldn't it be so funny if I got a Jeep Cherokee? But anyway, so I don't know what I'm getting, but it was only like $30 more, and not even a day. It was like $30 more total. It's so hot. It's 58 degrees today. So I rented a car. I talked to my host for the place that I'm renting, and I get a check-in tomorrow at noon, which is great. Oh, I turned it off because I get there at like 10:30. So I'll be able to like swim a little bit and take a nap, and then I'll be completely rested and ready to go tomorrow for when Mel gets off work and she's gonna like unwind and stuff. And then I think we're going out to dinner tomorrow night with her husband. So, and Sarah, Alex's friend, is actually there for a wedding. So she and I might meet up tomorrow too. She was texting me and I was like, well, we're gonna go out to dinner tomorrow night, but you're more than welcome to join us. She's staying like really close to where I'm staying, but she's staying with everybody like for the wedding. And I guess tomorrow they have like something early, and then like they're kind of like free for the rest. So that's why she was texting me to see what they're doing. She has plans like the rest of the weekend because of the wedding and stuff. So anyway, because I was like, you can stay with me, and she's like, well, I'd rather stay like with everybody with the wedding and stuff. So she's doing that. So anyway, yeah. Fun little weekend getaway. Very excited. I'm like extremely excited, like ecstatic excited. But I'm glad that like, I was thinking about like going to get something to eat and then going home and taking a little bit of a nap. Oh, so Liliana's birthday is today, so we're going over to Carlos and Liliana's like at 8:30 to have like birthday cake and stuff. And yeah, we're doing that, and then I don't have really a whole lot else I have to do other than pack. I'm kind of done for the day, so, which is really nice. So I'm hoping, like, I wanted to take a nap, but then I'm like, if I take a nap, I don't know that I'll be tired tonight to go to bed, because that's sometimes the problem. But I usually take my naps later, so I'm thinking, like, if I take a nap, it's, you know, 4:14 right now. If I take a nap by, like, 5:30 to, like, 7, I think by then, like, by the time I'm ready to go to sleep for a couple hours, because we don't fly out till, like, 8 something tomorrow, I think I should be fine. And then I can sleep from, like, 11 or 12. I know, like, this is the beginning of the vlog. Watch, the end of the vlog, I'll still be vlogging, and it'll be 2 a.m. But by the end, you know, I can go to bed at, like, between, like, 11 and 12, and then get up at, like, 6 and whatever. Plus, I don't feel like I have to look great or anything to go on this flight tomorrow. Because I'm just going there and getting a rental car and then driving to this place. I'm super excited. And Alex is excited about the music festival. And we haven't heard any more about Ultra, but everybody's just saying that it's canceled, so I'm assuming that it's canceled. Which is sad, but I mean, if it's a health concern, I totally understand that, you know? I don't know if they're just going to cancel it for the whole year, or if they're going to postpone it till later in the year. They haven't really said yet. I think they're supposed to come out tomorrow with a statement tomorrow morning. The thing is, like, when you think about it, like, okay, so if Ultra cancels for a year, like, that's a mass amount of money that they lose, you know? Then, does that mean that places like Disney World start closing down? And I mean, if Disney World closed, I would have to think that if Disney World closed its doors for a day, that they would take, I mean, an unbelievable loss. Wouldn't you think? Like, I just don't think that, I can't believe that Disney World would be able to keep its doors open. I can't imagine it could be shut down for like a week or two, and financially it just wouldn't completely drain the company. I mean, I know Disney is like a multi-billion-dollar company, but I still would think, like, they have to make so much money. You know, when I was watching that River Country thing, and I don't know the numbers, but when I was watching those River Country abandoned videos, one of the videos said that, like, in its first year, River Country, which was the very first water park that Disney ever had, like, roughly estimated it was like 4,500 people a day come through the water park, right? So that's another good question, like water parks, because you would think that, like, I wonder if the Disney water parks are closing. You know, people are getting ready to go on spring break, on these vacations, you know, all this kind of stuff. I mean, if Ultra cancels, we're still going to Miami. Like, I'm still going to Miami. I mean, unless, I don't know, I mean, God, who knows what's going to happen in the next couple weeks, I guess. Scary to think. But it's like, what to believe? Like, I mean, I'm sitting there watching the news, and it's like, half the people are saying that it's just, you know, this press perpetuated thing that's like, people shouldn't be that worried about. And then other people are saying it's like this very serious thing. And it's like, sometimes I don't feel like I'm smart enough to kind of know, like, you know, which one is truer than the other, if that makes sense. I don't know. But I do watch the news with that stuff to see what's happening, you know? My throat is hurting, though, and not in, like, a sick way. I just feel like I've been talking so much. Like, I got my hair cut. That was 45 minutes. I was talking to my hairstylist, talking to Tanya, filming video. I filmed my drama video, my review video, my Peterisms video, and then I filmed another Peterisms video and another review video. There's 5 videos that I filmed, and I've talked on my vlog, and it's 4:18. So it's probably why I'm losing my voice a little bit. But I want to get my vlog done early enough because I want to A, make sure that it's up and it's completed and it's done. I don't want to be waiting until the last minute. And because that way I can charge my computer and stuff and pack it and just be ready to go. And the other thing is, Yeah, because it'd be a longer one. Because if I waited till tonight, I'd just be like rushed. I always wait till the last minute to vlog on my trips, like before, like when I'm leaving, and I always feel like I'm, you know, like just kind of like rushing to get it done, and I don't like that I do that. And so I'm trying to like learn from my, you know, learn from the past of how to be more efficient. And like I'm just driving around all day long listening to audiobooks and stuff, so it's like I can vlog during this time and talk, you know. How are you guys doing today? Oh man, it's beautiful outside today. This traffic though on the interstate, I don't know why it's so crazy, but it is really bad. And like that's all the traffic that's going, I don't know if you can see it, but that's all the traffic that's going to the split to the interstate. So they're not even to where the bad traffic's gonna be yet. I'm like, man, and I was gonna take the interstate and my gut told me not to. I'm glad I did. But that's crazy. I wonder what's going on. I wonder if there was an accident or something on the interstate. Maybe it's construction. I feel like in Indiana there's always construction going on. Do you feel like that where you live? I feel like there's always constant construction going on. It's like, do ever we fix a road and we're just go, oh, it's done. Do you know what I mean? And roundabouts are the worst. My God, I feel like they put a roundabout in about every street in the city of Indianapolis, and mostly on the north side. The thing is that kills me about it is that they, you know, pay like $90 million to put in a roundabout somewhere because it's going to make traffic more effective, and then nobody knows how to drive on them. People just stop, and they don't know when it's their turn. Honest to God, roundabouts in Indiana are like one of my biggest pet peeves. But I try just to practice patience. I'm like sitting there, there's like nobody coming around, and I'm like, why are they not going? Why are they not going? Practice patience, breathe in, exhale, breathe out. I chipped my nail down here. Oh, I'm like way down in there. Hello. I chipped my nail down here. And now I'm gonna have to like trim my nail really short on this one. And I don't even know how I did it. Oh well. I've read so many meditation books today. I feel so like just at peace. Look at these two little geese hanging out. They're just like hanging out. But I just feel like so peaceful. But sometimes when I read the meditation books, like it gets me really thinking about stuff, like in a good way, but like sometimes I get almost too introspective. Do you ever do that? Like, you know, with all the inventory and the evaluation I do and reading all these meditation books and stuff like that, sometimes I'm like, I just, speaking like Lady Gaga, stupid love, I just need to have some stupid fun is what I need. You know, I need to just have like a day of like not anything too serious and just kind of relax and enjoy my life for a little bit instead of, I was like putting this down and it's already down. Instead of getting so serious about stuff. I have the tendency to kind of like be in my head a lot. I'm sure you guys can tell that. And like think about a situation, it's not even that big of a deal. Oh, I wish I'd gone to Einstein Bagels. I wish they were still open. That sounds so good. But you know, to think to myself, well, this, but what about that? Or what about, I mean, it's just about, you know, all kinds of stuff in my life. My hairstylist and I got laughing so hard today. She's the same age as me. Well, she's about 5 years younger than me. 3 to 5 years younger. She's about 5 years younger than me. And we got laughing so hard today. We were talking about back in the day when we had fake IDs, and we were talking about all these clubs that we used to go to and stuff. And she was telling me stories, and I was telling her stories. And the guy in the chair next to me, he like looked young, and she goes, and I'm like friends with a hairstylist that's in the chair next to her, works there. And so my hairstylist is like, we should probably hold down our stories or something like that. She's like, cause there's, she said it loud though, like to be funny. I think she like knew him, and she was like, cause of the kid in the chair or something like that. And he goes, how old do you think I am? And she goes, I don't know, 18, 19. And he goes, I'm 21, almost 22. So he's like, I go out all the time. So we were like, well, where do you go out? And he was telling us he goes out in Broderpool and stuff like that. And, which is like where all the college bars go to. He said he went to Butler. And, so anyway, we were like, oh, he's probably got some stories of his own. He's like, I've got stories. I'm like, well, I don't have the time. So let's get us back to our stories. I'm totally joking. Do you ever have somebody, you're like, yeah, you. Do you ever have somebody that they like want to tell you a story and you're like, oh God, not today. Like any day but today. Like I just don't have it in me to listen to this story today, you know? Oh man. Now that construction traffic is coming the other way. I guess it's not construction. Maybe it's just petty hour traffic, but it's 425. It's coming the other way. It's gridlock. God, it's all bad. And there's Chuck E. Cheese. Fantastic Chuck E. Cheese. But I'll tell you right now, I could eat a Chuck E. Cheese pizza. I'm so hungry. But I'll tell you what doesn't sound good. I was like looking at White Castle. I was like, well, you go through and get an Impossible slider. But like nothing fried, like no fried, greasy food sounds good to me right now. I want, like this is where I think really strange stuff. I want something fresh. Anyway, there's a store over here and it's called Gretchen's Bridal Gallery. And I like immediately was like, who's Gretchen? And then I like start painting this whole like scenario in my head about this like girl that like wants to buy this like bridal boutique called Gretchen's Bridal Gallery. Man, it's huge. It's got tuxedos and prom and formals and everything over there. I'm about to get myself into traffic. I can feel it. Oh, maybe a Chipotle bowl tonight. I could kind of do that. That kind of sounds good. Do you know what I could do? Is I could get a queso bowl, or Impossible meat bowl from Qdoba. But see, that sounds greasy to me. That's where I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, the traffic that I'm about to turn into is not going to be great. So I've been listening to a lot of my audiobook, and I'm loving it. But like I've already said that. Somebody in my live stream, was it my live stream? I think it was. We were talking about Eileen Wuornos, the serial killer. I don't know if you know who that is, but anyway. If you've never heard of her, there's like 2 documentaries on Netflix about her. It's called, I think, The Life and the Death of a Serial Killer, and they're really well done. And, I mean, they're kind of cheesy, but they're really well done as far as, like, you get to really see who she was as a person. And I've kind of been, like, mildly, I wouldn't say mildly, I'd say strangely, deeply obsessed with her for years. And, like, reading anything about her and stuff. And, we actually were going to try to pick a book about her for the True Crime Book Club, but there's not a lot of great books about her. And the only one that's, like, of any value, I guess, is called Monster, which is what they made the movie Monster about with Charlize Theron. And is it Theron or Theron, or how do you pronounce it? But anyway, change her name to Judy Smith. But anyway, I loved that Monster movie. I thought it was so well done. And so somebody told me, we were talking about designing women or something, I don't know how we were talking about it, but somebody told me that Jean Smart, who played Charlene on Designing Women, was actually in a made-for-TV movie about Eileen Wuornos. And so I turned it on today and I started watching it. It's so bad, you guys. It is so bad. Like, the first couple minutes, there's, like, her, and I don't know if it's her girlfriend or whatever, but they're, like, on the side of they got in a car accident, and the one girl's hurt, and this guy pulls over, and he's like, are you girls hurt? And they're like, no, and he's like, well, I heard about these girls that got in a car accident, these 2 girls, is it you? And she's like, I don't know about about you. She's like shaking her breasts and stuff, like on purpose. And she's like, but we're just two gals trying to get to Daytona to watch fireworks or something like that. Why don't you mind your own business? I was like, who wrote this? This is horrible. But I'll probably still watch it. I love made-for-TV movies. I do. I love them so much. I haven't watched that made-for-TV movie, I Know My First Name is Steven, in so long. And I'm like, I need to start watching that again. Or I need to watch that again. Because that was a really good one. And what are the other ones? I love the one with Delta Burke, speaking of designing women, where she is a gambler. And she's like, I can't stop. I don't know what that one's called, but that was a really good made-for-TV movie. Another made-for-TV movie was... I just remembered, my friend had a dinner party and we all watched Jennifer Love Hewitt. So my friend that used to live here, she doesn't live here anymore, she lives in Las Vegas, but she used to have dinner parties, and I think the Lifetime movies came out on Mondays, like the new one, and she used to have dinner parties like every Monday or every other Monday or whatever, for when these would come out, we would go over to her house. And I remember she made lasagna, and there was like 6 of us, and we were watching. Alex was there too. This is like probably 10 years ago. And Alex and all of us over there, and we were watching The Client List with Jennifer Love Hewitt. Did you ever see it? It was so bad. We had all these personal jokes about it. And then they turned it into a TV show. I don't know why. It was a really bad made-for-TV movie. I just looked on here at my scar from the coffee, and it is like so weird. It's like still like so dark on my hand. And I burnt myself with coffee like a year ago. It was like a year ago, January. And it's still like on my hand. What else? Her Last Chance with Kelly Martin. That was a great Lifetime movie. There's one with Tori Spelling that I really liked, where I think she was like an escort in college. They're always like horribly desperate and tragic, aren't they? I used to love made-for-TV movies anyway, and anything to do with, like, it's so horrible to say, but anything to do with, like, a kidnapping, I will watch. Like, I Know My First Name is Steven. The other one is that Adam Walsh movie is so sad, but you know what is so bizarre about that, okay, is that I didn't know anything about who took him or anything like that. I don't remember the movie and all that kind of stuff, but when I watched The Confession Killer on Netflix, his friend, that Otis guy, it was like spelled Otis, but they called him Otis. Otis, he was the one that kidnapped and killed Adam Walsh. The whole situation's so sad, isn't it? And then there was another kidnapping one that I watched. Do you guys remember back in the day? I loved this movie. Oh my God, I loved it so much. It was called Without a Trace. Did you ever see it? Oh, it was so good. The movie Without a Trace, and they live in New York City, and the parents are divorced, and the kid gets kidnapped, and I can't remember what the guy's name is that plays the police officer that's like searching for her, or searching for him, but he was like in that movie, he was in like that TV show Taxi, or it stopped, it was at the end. He was in like Taxi or Welcome Back Kotter, or one of those shows. Welcome Back. I used to love Welcome Back Kotter back in the day. My mom and I watched it all the time. But I don't remember where that guy was from, but I loved that movie back in the day when I was a kid. Isn't that weird? When I was young, I don't even know how old I would have been. It would have been when my parents were still together, because I can remember my dad talking about it. And it was like, he was sitting there, so it would have been when my parents were still together, so I would have been like 5 maybe. My babysitter was kidnapped, and she was in high school at the time. I've told this story on here before. And she and another girl, I actually was just telling somebody about this the other day. I think it was my cousin Caroline. And Caroline was like, no, it wasn't McDonald's. And I was like, yes, it was. They were like at McDonald's, and these people came up in a van and pulled them inside, these guys, and they were kidnapped and blindfolded and all that stuff. They actually were given, like, they got back, and there was like, you know, a ransom that was paid, I think, and stuff like that. But, like, they were gone for several days. It was like a big deal. And, who was I talking to about that? I think it was Caroline. And she was like, it wasn't McDonald's. And I was like, yeah, it was Caroline. She was like, no, it wasn't. I'm like, Caroline, you don't remember anything from our childhood or your childhood, and yet you remember that it wasn't McDonald's. Anyway. Isn't it weird the things that you become, like, kind of obsessed with when you're a kid? You know, especially, like, urban legends and stuff like that. It's like, there was this woman when I grew up in Carmel, and people called her Crazy Mary, and she lived like right downtown Carmel, kind of, like several blocks, but like 3-4 blocks from downtown Carmel. She lived in this like little street that went down there. And I mean, I remember, like, with my mom, you'd see her, and she wore all black, head to toe, and she would sweep the street. And if, like, people came, she would, like, yell at people and whatever. And, I mean, like, I was born in 72, and I graduated in 90, so it's not like I'm, like, that old-timey, you know what I mean? But, like, there were all of these rumors and urban legends that, like, Crazy Mary had killed people, that you didn't go trick-or-treating at her house on Halloween. People would dare each other to go trick-or-treating at her house on Halloween, and she was, like, a legit witch. People would say she was a witch, and that she had to keep, like, the area, something about her, I can't remember how it was, but something about keeping the area in front of her house clean. That's why she swept the streets and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, I look back on that today, and I think about the fact that, like, she probably was just somebody that had some very serious mental health issues. How sad is that, you know? And that, I think today maybe we understand a little bit better, but I wonder, do we though? You know, like, there's so many people that suffer from severe mental health issues that I think people just laugh at, or, you know, just kind of write off as, like, not my problem, so I don't have to deal with it, instead of, like, or not understanding it or educating themselves, so it's like, you know, I don't have to be nice or get near it or any of that kind of stuff because I don't want anything to do with it. Like, it's not about me, you know? God, why is the heat just, it feels so hot in here. But it's sad to me, like, when I look at that, you know, in retrospect, that she probably was just a woman that had a lot of, you know, deep issues. I was talking to somebody not too long ago that, like, grew up in that neighborhood, and they said that something about, like, she died and she didn't have any family and her house went to the state or something. I can't remember who I was talking to. They said they knew, like, the whole story about her. And then we had an area in Carmel. I think I went over, like, maybe once, and it was called Screaming Bridge. I swear to God, there's probably a Screaming Bridge, though, in every town, right? And Screaming Bridge was, like, where these kids had been killed, supposedly. And, like, if you drove over it at, like, 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever, that you would hear all these, like, screams from these kids that had been killed or whatever. We were always doing crazy stuff like that. Did you ever try, this is such, like, a drug addict thing to do, but did you ever try to get the, what is it? You play Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd, and you start it on the second growl of the lion on the Wizard of Oz. It doesn't work. I've tried it so many times. I mean, y'all, I was a stoner back in the day. I tried it so many times, and I don't think it ever worked, not once. People swear it does, and that the soundtrack lines up, like, perfectly to it. I do remember, though, when I was, like, in college sometime, this would have been before I got sober, that the Children's Museum in Indianapolis, they used to have this, like, is that my neighbor's boyfriend running out here? He's kind of far away. It looks like him, though. They have this, like, the Children's Museum had this place, what do you call it, where you go see the stars, what's that, observatory. And, they would also do laser shows in there, so you could go and see, like, laser light shows, which I think in retrospect is weird that later I got diagnosed with epilepsy, but I never had any problem. I don't have problems, though, with, like, lights and whatever, and, like, when it was explained to me, my doctor said I don't have, like, orbital epilepsy. It's, like, not one of my symptoms. It's not typically a symptom of juvenile myoclonic epilepsy, but some people have it, I guess. I don't know. I'm not usually, like, light stuff doesn't bother me. Now, when we went to go see Rufus Du Sol the other night, they did this thing where they would, like, do a flash. It was like a flash, like, from a camera, but it was all over the whole, and it would just, like, go dark, and then a flash, and it was really bothering me. I felt, like, unsteady, like I was gonna fall down. And so I started looking at the ground, and Carlos was like, why are you looking at the ground? And I was, like, explaining to him, you know, like, sometimes, like, if I go to, like, a show like that and the lights are crazy, I'll just, like, when they start, I'll look at the ground, like, when a DJ starts, you know, for, like, 2 minutes, and then I'm, like, I'm usually fine to, like, oh, they're walking down the street, hand in hand. I usually can, like, romance on this fine spring day. I usually can look up and be fine with the lights, and they don't really bother me. Once I kind of get used to it, you know, like the pulsating rhythm and the lights and all that stuff. But for some reason that night, the lights, I think it was because they were different too. It really bothered me. Their light show's pretty incredible though, for just being like on the road, going from venue to venue. Something about them, like they stand like 1, 2, 3. It reminded me of Echo and the Bunnymen a little bit. I don't know why. Did you guys ever remember Echo and the Bunnymen? What was I saying? Oh, so this observatory thing, they used to have these like laser light shows that we would go to, and they would do like, we went to one time, and it was like Pink Floyd, I think, and then they did like the Wizard of Oz soundtrack, and they did some different things. I guess for a second I was thinking maybe they did like, we watched the Wizard of Oz and they played that wasn't it. That wasn't it at all. This movie theater back here literally has like 5 cars in it. I'm like, it'd be a good day to go see a movie. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a motorcycle. And that probably is including the people that work there, don't you think? Don't you think? I hope they have hoodies here because I really want a new hoodie. Can I even get through here? Gosh, both of the Targets are having major construction. What is wrong with Target that we have to do major construction? I thought it was just fine. That said Manscaped, or Mainscape, and I thought it said Manscaped. And I was like, oh my God. That would be so funny, wouldn't it? Look at all this construction, it's ridiculous. We're never just okay with what we have. We always have to like improve it, improve it, improve it, improve it, improve it. Okay, so that was a mistake. Oh, by the way, my camera died before I went into Target, so I had to replace the battery. But, yeah, let me tell you why that was a mistake. Oh my God, my finger is itching me so bad. So I went in there, and I went in there for a hoodie for Champion, but yet they didn't. They had like 2, and they were both mediums. But I will tell you, everything in there right now is on sale, except for their spring stuff, which is what I bought, because none of it's on sale. But I have to show you what I got. So, I got this shirt. It's like a button down to wear out to dinner one night while I'm there. And then some of this stuff is like for Miami, and some of this stuff is for Arizona, so, or both. And then I got this shirt, this gray t-shirt. Do you see it has this like little ring tee on it thing? I think it's so cute. It's like $9.99. And then I got this hoodie, which was on sale. And look, is that not so cute? It was like $28 originally, and it was on sale, and it has like flowers, and it looks very springy. So that's my hoodie that I got. Keep this all organized, I can put it back in here. And then I got these 2 t-shirts for Miami, because I don't want them to be gone. Okay, so this is like a peach, but it has like these bleach stains on it. I don't know if you can see. This battery is dying too. Are you kidding me? My God, it's been a day of that. And then I got this tie-dye. So I got that. And then I got this black shirt that's like distressed. Do you see it? It's very cool. I got that. And then I got a pair of these jeans, which I've never bought their jeans before, but I bought their pants, these Goodfellas. But I tried these jeans on, and they fit like fantastically. So I got those. Yeah, and that was my Target shopping haul. Which I spent too much money, but oh well. I wanted some like bright colored shirts and stuff like that, or some different, oh my God, that car came out of nowhere, that scared me. I wanted some like brighter stuff. So anyway, everything I wear is like blue or black. Like literally everything in the world that I wear is either blue or black, blue or black, blue or black. So I got that. Now I have to figure out what I want to eat. I really don't want to go back into Castleton to get something to eat because I'm gonna get stuck in quitting hour traffic. But I'm not really sure what I'm hungry for. I'm really hungry for a nap, to be honest with you. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here now because my battery is literally about to die. I can't believe it. And I will be back to finish up the vlog after I've charged the batteries. Bye. Later. Okay, I'm back. I'm at my brother and sister-in-law's house leaving because it was Liliana's birthday, so we went over there for cake and stuff tonight. Hold on, somebody is texting me. I haven't left yet. Oh, it's Tanya Jane. I told her I might come and get a fountain coke with her if I can get everything done. And so we had a cake and everything like that. We had a good time. They got like a chocolate cake because the kids will only eat like a store-bought chocolate cake. Oh my God, I'm getting... That scared the hell out of me. I was like, what is ticking? Did you hear that? I was like, what is ticking? And it was Madonna's hung up on my phone. I was like, oh my God, what is ticking? Did somebody put a bomb in my car? I was terrified. I was like, oh my God. So anyway, yeah, so anyway, they got this chocolate cake for the kids, and then Alex's grandma, his abuela, makes this coconut something cake, and it is so delicious, and it is so good, and so we all have that, and it's like her specialty. She makes it. It's so delicious, and she makes it for everybody's birthday and stuff, and so Alex's mom was just telling me, she was like, when I was growing up, this was my favorite cake, and my mom would make one for me alone, just mine, and one for everybody else. And then Alex was like, it was my favorite, and he was like, because his mom and his birthday are close together, so his grandma would make one for them too. And here's my bottle of water that I took from the house. But anyway, we just kind of sat around. It was nice. And yeah, that was about it. And now I am finishing up my vlog. I packed before I left. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna carry my hoodie or if I'm gonna pack it. Like if I carry it, I have a lot more room in my suitcase. But if I pack it, I don't. But the thing is I pretty much am packed anyway. I don't really need to take a whole lot more. So I think I'm fine with what I'm taking out there. And then, I have like a shirt for each night to go out to dinner. I have like a hoodie. I have like 2 pairs of shorts, a bathing suit, pair of jeans, pair of khakis, and like some t-shirts and a bathing suit. And I'm like, that's it, I'm set. Like I don't need anything else, you know? So I think I'm good to go. I need to grab this other bathing suit from my basement though that I like better. And then I think I'm kind of like, I'm ready to go. I'm done, I'm packed. Oh, just like my toiletries and stuff, but even that, like just, as long as I have my contacts and I have my medicine for my epilepsy, I'm just completely fine. I'm like, I'm good to go. Anything I need to buy, I can buy there. And in fact, I'm gonna stop at Walmart when I get there to get some stuff for my place. And so I'm like, I might as well just go through like the travel area there instead of taking it with me in the plane and buying like a travel deodorant, a travel toothpaste. You know what I mean? Like it's stupid for me to carry it with me all the way there if I'm just gonna, you know what I mean? Like I might as well just buy it there. So I'm very excited about that. Yeah, I'm just real excited about this trip. I talked to Mel the entire way out there. We planned what we're gonna do tomorrow. So I get in at 10:30, but I can check in early. Because I talked to the person today, like I said, so I can check in early. And then Mel doesn't get off till later in the afternoon. And then she's gonna go home and kind of like, by the time she gets home and she relaxes and unwinds, and by the time that traffic is down a little bit, it's about 6:30. So she said, why don't you leave your place at like 6:30 and then come over, and then we can hang out for a little bit at my place, and then we can, because I want to like take them out to dinner tomorrow night. She was like, then we can go out to dinner, and I was like, okay, just like somewhere around there. And then after dinner, she said like her husband just wants to stay at their place and stuff. So Mel and I are gonna go back to the place that I rented and sit around and talk and get to know each other. We already know each other, but you know, do book club stuff or whatever. And then I'm gonna take her home probably later that night. I mean, unless she would end up staying. And then Saturday night, I think she's gonna stay with me, and she and I are gonna go out to dinner, just the two of us. And we're just gonna like do stuff around there. So I'll probably get her later in the day, and I'll probably just kind of hang out and make some videos unless she wants to come over earlier. And then, yeah, then she's gonna stay Saturday, and then Sunday, we'll probably just hang out around there for a little bit, and then, her husband is making vegetarian chili on Sunday night, which I think is so nice. So I get like a homey kind of meal. I'm so excited about it. And we're just gonna stay over there and kind of hang out and stuff. And then I'm gonna come back. I may make some videos on Sunday night for Monday. We'll see. I really didn't think I would pre-film any videos for this trip whatsoever, and I ended up pre-filming a couple videos for tomorrow. And I actually put an Instagram post up on like, what do people like of my opinions of any drama that I've ever covered, what do they want to hear? And so I was like kind of like going through. So I may do that video tomorrow when I get there, and then if something else comes up, like I may post 2 videos tomorrow, we'll just see. But like Mel's kind of interested in seeing the whole process of what I do and stuff like that, so she'll see that Saturday and Sunday. I'm just really excited to just have like a laid back weekend, you know, and just run up to the gas station and get a fountain pop, and just low key, you know, just really, really low key. I'm so excited about it. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Alex and I were just figuring out what time we have to leave leave for the airport. So we have to leave our house at like 6 in the morning, which means I need to get up at like 5:30. That looks like a plane, but it looks so weird if it's a plane. It is a plane. Now I have that Madonna song stuck in my head. But anyway, we have to leave the house about 6. Then he gets into San Diego at like 11:30 or something like that. He gets in early, like 11. I don't know, like I think it's even earlier than when I get in because of the time change. And Maya is already gonna be there. She gets there early in the morning, his cousin Maya. So they're gonna meet at Jesse and Fufu's apartment, and they're just gonna hang out. And then I guess they're like, tomorrow night they're gonna go out to dinner, or I don't know, go to like a club or something tomorrow night. He said, I don't know what they're doing. But then he said Saturday morning, before the festival, they're gonna all go to a spin class that Jesse goes to, I guess. He was kind of excited about that. And then they're gonna go to the festival, and then maybe go out Saturday night. And then Sunday night, the festival gets over at like 10. But he's like, you know, he has to be at the airport at 7 a.m. So Jesse's gonna take him to the airport on the way to work. And like Jesse and Fufu both have to work on Monday morning. So Alex is like, I'm not going out Sunday night. he'll go out Sunday night. I'm just like, have fun. And I'm trying to see if I can get a late checkout. She wasn't sure or not if I can, but I didn't really want a super late checkout anyway. It's just that the checkout is at like 10 a.m., which is super early. And I'm like, if I could get like even noon, that would be great. Alex gets to the airport at like 9, I was like, well, do you want to like meet up? And he was like, it's stupid for me to like leave the airport and then come back to the airport. He's like, I'll just stay there and sleep because I'll be so tired from the weekend anyway. And I'm like, okay. But I'm not going to get to the airport at like 9 in the morning just because he's there when our plane doesn't even leave until 4 from Phoenix. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? Like, I love him, but I'm not going to sit at the airport from 9 to 4. I'm just not going to do it when I don't have to be there. So hopefully I can leave at about 12. And then 12 will put me at the airport at like 12:30, which will, getting through, you know, all that stuff, like checking in and all that kind of stuff, will get me there at about 1:30, and then I'll, you know, our plane leaves at 4. I'll still have time to wait, so. But there's nothing else for me to do. Mel has to work on Monday, and, you know, so it is what it is. Tomorrow, I think we're supposed to find out about Ultra, like what's going to happen with it. I haven't heard anything else since all the news broke the other day, but I mean, in all honesty, like, if we can't go, like, I'll be devastated if we can't go. If they postpone it, even though I'll want to go later in the year, it's going to make it difficult because we're going to have to, okay, there's no way we're going to get our hotel money back. I don't know, unless, if they cancel it, if hotels, like, reimburse everybody that's coming, but, like, literally the entire city of Miami is coming for Ultra that week, right? So then that means that hotels would have to reimburse people. I don't think they're going to do that. And even if they're going to reimburse you, like, let's say up to 50% or 60% or something like that, I'm not willing to take a 50% loss on an expensive hotel stay, because it was expensive to book it during that week. You know, I'll go to Miami anyway, which means then we're going to have to book another trip to Miami later in the year to go to Ultra. But there are festival schedules all through the year when all of the DJs are playing, so I don't know how they would continue to do that, because DJs are literally, like, Ultra is like one of the, well, this weekend is like Crest and Okeechobee, and there's like all of these like festivals are starting now, right? So, going, I think it's Okeechobee is how you pronounce it, going through the fall. So it's like, how are they gonna book it when DJs already have other commitments that they're playing? So I have a feeling if they cancel it, they'll cancel it for 2020, which is a huge loss in money. I don't even know how they would deal with that, right? But if they do, I've already paid for those tickets. Like, it's paid and everything. So that'll be like money back that I'm getting, which will be like, okay, in one hand, we don't get to go to Ultra, which is really sad, right? Like, if I'm gonna go, I wanna go and enjoy it, you know? On the other hand, it's like, okay, well, we get a week in Miami, because we'll be there for 6 nights, which is a long trip in Miami. But we get some money back, so at least that money would, like, I don't know, help for dinners and stuff while we're there. I don't know, it's just, all of it is kind of sad and whatever, but I'm trying to look at the positives of it if they do cancel it, you know what I mean? I know Alex will be super upset, and I'm gonna be upset too. I love going to Ultra, but I mean, it's at the point now where, like, schools are being canceled, and I mean, it's like, I don't even know, to be honest with you. Like, I am free to fly tomorrow. Like, I don't even know that, and I know a lot of people are like, what are you, don't worry about it, it's whatever, but like, it's getting to the point where I kind of, like, we're going to Las Vegas in May. Like, it's getting to the point where I kind of don't want to fly. But that trip is a trip that if they cancel the festival, or if we can't fly, like, we're just kind of screwed, because, like, I don't have a festival ticket, and the festival is super cheap anyway. EDC, Alex just bought general admission tickets. So I think it was like $200-300 for 3 days or something. So then we're just, what we're out on is the airfare and the hotel. But, you know, that's 2 months away, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's 2 months away. So we'll see what happens with that. You know, hopefully things will get better by then. So sad, isn't it? So sad. When you see all these cases of, like, what's going on. I mean, it's tens of thousands of cases now. It's like 95,000 cases or something like that. It's crazy. Now, I can tell you right now, with a heartbeat, if I had a trip planned overseas, I would cancel it immediately. Immediately. I wouldn't go. But, you know, I mean, I think there was taking precautions. And then I was also raised by a father who did not believe that you live in fear. Like, he just really did not believe that you live in fear. And I remember one time we went to London, my dad and my stepmom and I, and it was my stepmom's birthday. And we were flying back. And all of these flights were being canceled because there had been a bomb threat. And the bomb threat was like, I don't remember what airline we were flying, but it was the airline that we were flying, and it was the airport that we were flying out of. I actually think we were flying out of like Gatwick. And so like all these flights were being canceled, right? And it was like, they specifically said like from here to New York, London to New York. And so they, like, when we went to go check in, they were telling us, you know, there was like nobody sitting there waiting, and it was at night, that we were flying out at night. And they were like, if, you know, like, we can either reimburse your tickets, or if you want to go, you know, we'll bump you guys to the nicest seats that we have, which was like first class. And I remember my dad was like, we're not afraid to die. And my stepmom was like, what? And she's like, I don't know how I feel about this. He's like, we'll be fine. He was like, the chances are slim that nothing's gonna happen. And I was like, and she was like, and he was, what did he say? Oh God, my dad, who always has this sarcastic sense of humor, you know, he told this joke, and the joke was like, something about, this guy on a plane, and he thinks it's his day to die, and the guy says something about like, well, it's not your day. This is how my dad convinced us to get on the plane. Are you ready? He's like, well, this guy who's on the plane, he's telling us this joke, and he's like, and the guy says something about like, I don't know, blah, 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 you know, if, you know, what if it's my day to die? What if it's my day to die? And the guy says, well, I know. He goes like, it's not my day to die. And the other guy goes, but what if it's mine? Or something like that. And my dad's telling us all this stuff. And then we get on the plane, and I said to my dad, I said, now Dad, the way that bombs are, and this was, you know, like when I was in high school, so it would have been like 87. I said, well, we won't know if something happens, right? My dad goes, oh no, we'll know. He goes, because we're sitting at the front of the plane, and most bombs go off like midway or in the back. So he was like, it'll go off and like a fireball will rush to the front. So we'll know the whole time that it's happening. This is my father, who's supposed to be comforting to me. But he's like, but Pete, don't worry about it. It's not going to happen. He was like, we choose not to live in fear. We choose not to live in fear. He used to always do this stuff to me. My stepmom and I, he would put us like in these really uncomfortable situations, like where we had no idea where we were. And he'd be like, we're not afraid. We don't live in fear. That's a piece of my father that I did not get. I didn't get that from my dad. I don't know that I've really ever seen my dad in a situation where he's like fearful. My dad my dad has a lot of confidence, and not cockiness or arrogance, just a lot of confidence. And I think, like, you know, my dad did medical missionaries, and you know, he grew up very, very poor and had very little, and I think he's just seen a lot to the point where he realizes that he has very little control you know, over things of the world, and so he's just not gonna let things stress him out that he can't control. And I think my dad just chooses to live his life that way. I will say I'm getting better at that. I'm probably 30% right now, but it's some work for me to get there. It's hard, you know? It doesn't happen easily for me. So, anyway, safe travels tomorrow, right? anyway, I'm gonna get off here now, and so I can go home and I can upload this and get this ready to go. And then I'm gonna be vlogging in Arizona, and I'm gonna be vlogging with Mel. And I'm also gonna, well, I have it's right here. I think I'm gonna take the beanbag thing with me. And then while I'm out there in the car that I rent, that I can, you know, vlog while I'm out there as well. Or we'll see. I may just want to sit at the house and vlog, you know, and whatever. I may not want to do that. But that way I can, you know, we'll see. Anyway, maybe not. And, but I'm going to take it out there anyway, just in case. Plus it gives me a good, what do you call it, in case I have an uneven, I wish I could show it. Well, I can show it to you, I guess, but I will never get it back in. See, it's like a little bean bag, and it just sits in here. So it makes for like a perfect tripod, like on any sort of surface, wherever I am. So anyway, I am so excited. Are you guys excited for the Arizona vlogs? And I'm gonna be doing a lot of videos with Mel this weekend too. So we're gonna do a live stream on Saturday or Sunday. Probably, I was thinking we were gonna do it on Sunday, but I'm thinking maybe Saturday now. So I'm real excited about that too. Anyway, I love you guys, and I hope you are having an amazing Friday. Oh my God, I can't believe it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Arizona, Arizona, Arizona. I hope you guys are having an amazing Friday, unless you have other plans. But like I always say, don't have other plans. Make the most of your day. Do something fun today. Do something exciting. Start a new Netflix series. It's supposed to be a beautiful weekend. Where I'm gonna be, it's supposed to be. I don't know, just enjoy your weekend, relax. Do something today that you'll be proud of yourself for starting and doing 5, 10 years down the road, a year from now, 6 months from now. Go to the gym maybe once this weekend. I won't be, but you can go for me. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Make sure that you look at yourself in the mirror every single day and you say to yourself your positive daily affirmations, your daily positive affirmations, and you say, I love you, you are important, you matter, you are handsome, you are beautiful, you are talented, you are funny, you are worthy, people like you, you are successful, and you are worthy of good things. Today is going to be an amazing day, full of great opportunities, fun, laughter, and joy. And 2020 is going to be your year. It's going to be the best year you've ever had, full of success and laughter and adventure and travel and love. And most importantly, make sure that you let somebody else today know how much they mean to you. Just pick somebody out at random and say, you know what, I just want to let you know you mean the world to me, and I really appreciate you in my life. And also, don't forget to practice random acts of kindness. And most importantly, out of that, don't tell anyone. Just do it for yourself, and do it for the act, and do it for the kindness, and do it for the love. I love you guys, and thank you for watching. If you made it this far, put a blue heart in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. I love you. Bye. Love you.